You want to make a poor person mad? Say the rich get richer. Because I know when I was broke, when I was struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, if I heard the saying, the rich get richer, it just made me feel angry, upset. It made me feel hopeless in a way. Because it sounds like if you already don't have money, if you weren't born into money, you'll never have it. That type of feeling feels like despair, unfairness. But here I am today, a multi-millionaire. As I was on this journey, I came to realize I totally misunderstood this saying. You see, the rich getting richer isn't really about some secret advantage that they have. It's about what happens when you finally learn how wealth actually works. Because once you've figured it out, you don't just build wealth once, you build it over and over again. And it's why I'm confident I'll always be a millionaire. I'll always be wealthy. And it's because I learned the habits, the mindset, and the systems that build wealth. And surprisingly, I didn't learn it when I became a millionaire. It actually happened when I reached $10,000. You see, $10,000 is a turning point for so many people that became millionaires. That first $10,000 is the most important amount of money you will make on your journey. Because once I realized I could save my first $10,000, I knew I could save the next $10,000, the next $100,000, the next $1 million. It wasn't impossible anymore. And so in this video, I want to open your eyes. If you are struggling, if you are broke right now, if you feel resentment when you hear that the rich get richer, the problem is not the rich, the problem is your mindset. If you want to achieve financial independence, if you want to become a millionaire, if you want to retire early, focus on saving your first $10,000. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that, but I'm also going to show you what that does for you. Now, there's one thing that I want to clarify about my first $10,000. When you first save this money, some of it will be in a regular savings or checking account, and it will act as an emergency fund. But the majority of it should be invested in the stock market. So in other words, don't think of your first $10,000 as just saved or just invested. Think of it as your financial foundation that you are going to be building your wealth upon. First, let's start off the benefits. And there's so much more benefits than the financial ones. So the first thing my first $10,000 bought me was not a nice car, was not more clothes. It brought me peace of mind. Because before I had that $10,000 saved, any unexpected emergency, it felt like a crisis. If my car needed to be repaired, a medical bill, something breaking, every surprise felt like it could knock me off track. And when you're living like that, you're not thinking about building wealth, you are thinking about survival. You're thinking about, how am I gonna pay this? How am I gonna make it to this next paycheck? What if something else goes wrong? You are living in straight up fear. And that is an exhausting way to live. But when I built my first cushion, that $10,000 changed everything. It certainly didn't make me rich, but it changed the way I reacted when these problems came to me. Instead of being scared, instead of panicking, I could actually think. This is one of the things that money does. It gives you options. It gives you the ability to slow down and think things through. This was the first big lesson money taught me. Money doesn't just buy things. Money buys time, money buys options, money buys the ability to stay calm when life happens. And the math behind this is simple. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. Imagine two people both have a car transmission go out. The repair costs $3,000. Person number one has saved their first $10,000. They pay cash, they're frustrated, but they still have $7,000 left. Person number two has no savings. So they put the $3,000 repair on a credit card charging 25% interest rate. If that person only makes the minimum payment, that $3,000 repair can easily turn into more than $5,000 before it's finally paid off. Same emergency, same repair, but a completely different result because one person had $10,000 saved and the other person had nothing. One person's money protected them, the other person's debt started compounding and working against them. And that's what most people don't understand. Because if you don't have savings, if you don't have an emergency fund, when things go wrong, that emergency just doesn't cost you the amount at that moment. That emergency can set you back even more because of the debt you take on to handle that emergency. And that's why the first $10,000 matters so much, because it keeps a bad day from becoming a financial disaster. The second thing my first $10,000 did for me was that it totally changed me. You've heard people say money changes you. It certainly changed me because it gave me confidence. Saving that first $10,000 proved to me that I could do it. And I went from someone hoping they could build wealth, I was becoming someone that was building wealth. And that matters because nobody accidentally saves $10,000. You have to become disciplined. You have to track your money. You have to say no to things that you want right now. You have to delay that gratification. You have to stop trying to look rich and start trying to become wealthy. And for me and for so many people, this is a completely different identity. And once your identity changes, your behavior changes. You don't ask, can I afford the payment? You ask, does this help me build wealth? You don't ask, what can I buy? You ask, what can I own that grows? You stop seeing money as something you spend and start seeing money as something you build with. The next thing $10,000 does is it starts to help you understand how compound interest really works. For me, it's when it really started to make sense. I mean, people talk about compound interest, but when you apply compound interest to $10,000, oh, that's when you really start to feel it. Because before that, you're earning interest on maybe just a few $100s. And it's powerful, but it feels slow. But the momentum starts to gather. And when you reach that $10,000 point, oh, that's when you really get excited about your returns. It's when I finally started to see it. My money was making real money. I can remember seeing $10,000 invested in a low-cost index fund like VTSAX, returning 10 to 20% a year. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. Let's say you invest $10,000 into a low-cost index fund like VTSAX, and let's assume it earns an average return of 10% per year over the long run. After year one, that $10,000 becomes $11,000. You made $1,000 without doing anything. But let's go a step further and talk about the power of compound interest. Because in year two, you're earning 10%, not on $10,000 anymore, but you're earning it on $11,000. So instead of making another $1,000, you're making $1,100 over the next year, and so on and so on. Leaving that same $10,000 invested for 10 years at a 10% return grows to almost $26,000 without adding another dollar. And that's where the phrase comes, it takes money to make money. Because as we were investing on our journey, we saw this happen in real time. Our $10,000 going to $26,000, going to $100,000, going to $1 million, going to $2 million. Compound interest making more money than we ever made at our 9-to-5 jobs. And we gained that understanding thanks to that first $10,000. Which actually brings me to the next point about $10,000. When you see your $10,000 grow, you start to gain momentum. You become more confident about this process of investing. And it's that confidence that allows you to be consistent with your investments. So you just don't leave the $10,000 alone. You start to add to that $10,000 every single month. You have automated your money into these investment accounts. You are contributing more money because you believe in the momentum of your investment. The next thing $10,000 gave me was patience. Patience might be the most underrated wealth building skill ever, but patience is so important when you are on this journey. You see, most people think becoming wealthy is about finding the perfect investment, the perfect stock, the perfect business, the perfect secret little investment off to the side that no one else knows about. That couldn't be further from the truth. The secret to building wealth is actually the patience you have to do it. Most wealthy people aren't wealthy because they found one magical investment. They are wealthy because they stayed consistent long enough for ordinary investments to become extraordinary. That's what patience does. Now, a lot of you guys are watching this and you're saying, well, that all sounds great, Amon, but I don't have $10,000. And I can completely understand where you're coming from because I didn't start off with $10,000. I had to get there. A lot of millionaires don't start off with $10,000. It takes some work. And so if I was starting over today, how would I get to my first $10,000? The first step to getting there is figuring out where your money is currently going right now. Not where you think it's going, but where it's actually going. You see, most people don't have a money problem, they have an awareness problem. They do not know how they are spending their money. They don't know how much they spend on food, subscriptions, Amazon, eating out, hanging out with their friends. And if you don't know where your money is going, you cannot redirect it towards wealth. And so the first thing I want you to do is for the next 30 days, I want you to track where every dollar is going. And after that 30 days, you are going to be able to identify how you are wasting your money and use this information to develop a pay yourself first budget. Now, if you don't know what this is, we have done a ton of videos on the pay yourself first budget. In fact, we have a free pay yourself budget on our website. With this budget, the focus is to be more intentional about how you invest your money in yourself, how you save and invest for your future. That's why we call it a pay yourself first budget. You see, most people try to save whatever is left at the end of the month. But the problem is, by the end of the month, nothing is left for you. So I want you to flip it. With a pay yourself first budget, first, I want you to maximize the amount of money that you can put into your investment accounts, into your savings accounts, and paying off your debt. The next thing I would focus on is figuring out ways to make more money. Now, not enough people talk about this. You will hear more people talk about ways that they are saving money. They're cutting subscriptions. They're canceling memberships. They are eating out less. They are making their lunch. They're doing all of these things to save money. But once you start figuring out ways to make more money, oh, that's a game changer. That made a significant difference for us on our journey. And so this means figuring out how to make more money at your 9 to 5, going after that raise, going after that promotion. It also means developing ways to make money outside of your 9 to 5. A side hustle is so important when you are on this journey. And so in other words, if you want to reach $10,000 faster, don't ask yourself, how can I save more? How can I spend less? Ask yourself, what can I do to make more money to put towards that $10,000? And so those are the things that I would do if I was going to build my first $10,000 today. Now, remember when I first started this video and we talked about the saying, the rich get richer, and I shared how I was so resentful. I used to hate that saying. Now I love it because I finally understand what it really means. The rich get richer because once you've learned how to build wealth, you can repeat that process over and over again for the rest of your life. You learn how to earn, you learn how to save, you learn how to invest. That's how you build wealth. And once you do that, you truly take control of your life and you live a life of more freedom. And so I hope this video has given you food for thought. I hope that it has helped you on your journey towards financial independence. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and join the journey.